When you act like nothing matters, everything begins to change, and not in the way most people expect. At first, it sounds like a dangerous idea. People assume it means becoming careless, indifferent, or disconnected from life. But that's not what this is about. This is about freedom. The kind of freedom that comes when you stop letting every opinion, every outcome, and every small inconvenience control your emotions. Most people are trapped in a constant cycle of reaction. They react to what people say, how situations unfold, and what they fear might happen. But the moment you step back and act like these things don't hold power over you, you shift into a completely different state of mind, one where you are in control. Think about how much energy you lose daily by caring too much about things that don't truly matter. You replay conversations in your head, worry about how people perceive you, stress over things that haven't even happened yet. It's exhausting. And the worst part is, most of it is outside your control. Stoicism teaches a simple but powerful truth: if it's not within your control, it doesn't deserve your emotional investment. When you begin to live by this principle, your life starts to simplify. Your mind becomes quieter. You stop fighting battles that were never yours to begin with. Acting like nothing matters is not about having no goals or ambition. It's about detaching from outcomes. You still work hard. You still aim high. But you don't tie your peace to whether things go exactly as planned. You do your best, and then you let go. This is where real confidence is built. Because confidence isn't about always winning, it's about knowing that you'll be okay no matter the outcome. When you reach this point, fear starts to lose its grip on you. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Fear of being judged. These fears control decisions, limit opportunities, and keep people playing small. But when you act like nothing matters, those fears begin to fade. Not because they disappear completely, but because they no longer control your actions. You start doing things you once avoided. You take risks. You speak up. You move forward without overthinking every possible outcome. And this is when your life begins to expand. There's a powerful shift that happens when you stop seeking validation. Most people are constantly looking for approval, from friends, family, coworkers, even strangers online. They want to be liked, accepted, and praised. But this creates dependency. Your mood rises and falls based on how others respond to you. When you act like nothing matters, you break that dependency. You no longer need constant reassurance. You trust yourself. You make decisions based on your values, not on what others might think. And that independence is incredibly powerful. You'll also notice how your relationships begin to change. When you stop overvaluing people's opinions, you stop tolerating disrespect. You stop chasing people who don't appreciate you. You become more selective with your time and energy. And ironically, this often makes people respect you more. Not because you're trying to impress them, but because you're no longer trying at all. There's a quiet strength in someone who is not easily influenced or shaken. It's rare, and people notice it. Acting like nothing matters also brings clarity. When you're not overwhelmed by emotions or external noise, you can think more clearly. You can make better decisions. You can focus on what truly matters: your growth, your discipline, your purpose. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond with intention. Instead of being pulled in every direction, you move with direction. This is how progress is made, not through chaos, but through calm, consistent action. But let's be honest, this mindset is not easy to build. You've spent years, maybe your entire life, caring deeply about things that don't serve you. You've been conditioned to seek approval, to fear failure, to avoid discomfort. Changing that takes time. It requires awareness. It requires discipline. Every day, you have to remind yourself what truly matters and what doesn't. Every day, you have to choose how you respond to situations. And sometimes you'll fall back into old patterns. That's part of the process. What matters is that you keep moving forward. One of the most powerful practices you can adopt is pausing before you react. When something triggers you, anger, frustration, anxiety, pause. Take a moment to ask yourself, is this within my control? Will this matter in the long run? Most of the time, the answer is no. And in that moment, you have a choice. You can react emotionally, or you can let it go. The more you choose to let go, the stronger your mindset becomes. Over time, this way of thinking becomes natural. You stop overreacting. You stop overthinking. You stop giving energy to things that don't deserve it. And as a result, your life becomes lighter. You feel less stressed, less anxious, less overwhelmed. You have more energy to focus on what truly matters. You become more present, more focused, more in control. And here's the irony: when you act like nothing matters, you often achieve more. Because you're no longer held back by fear or doubt. You take action. You stay consistent. You don't quit at the first sign of difficulty. You keep going, regardless of the outcome. And that persistence leads to results. Not overnight, but over time. This mindset doesn't make you cold or disconnected. It makes you strong. It allows you to care deeply about the right things, your values, your purpose, your growth, while letting go of everything else. It gives you the ability to stay calm in chaos, to stay focused in distraction, to stay grounded when everything around you is uncertain. So the next time you find yourself stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, remember this: not everything deserves your attention. Not everything deserves your energy. Choose what matters. Let go of what doesn't. And watch how your life begins to change. If this message resonated with you, and you want to build a stronger, more disciplined mindset, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. This is where you'll find powerful ideas, practical strategies, and timeless wisdom to help you take control of your mind and your life. Don't miss out. Subscribe and join a community focused on growth, strength, and self-mastery.